Hello everyone, my name is Mikkel and this is my colleague Inam, and today we're going to be talking about business purchase transactions and statutory declarations pertaining to business leases. So right now, if you're ready to go, we've got a few important and interesting questions here, and I'm sure the answers will prove to be very informative to our viewers. So shall we get started?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Brilliant. Okay, so first question is, could a business lease fit with a business purchase transaction?
Yes, so basically this would be a situation where if you're buying a business, the property premises have an existing lease there, and what you'd have is either the transfer of the existing lease being assigned to you, or you'd have a new lease being granted to you by the landlord. Obviously you'd have to negotiate that, but that could be a possibility then. Yeah.
Oh, it's interesting. Okay, that's very informative. And moving on then, what would you tell a client who's due to sign a business tenancy agreement, but is notified by the other side that the lease would exclude the protection that is normally afforded by the Landlord and Tenant Act of 1954?
Yeah, so basically what you need to explain to the client is that how it all falls in. So you've got basically the Landlord and Tenant Act 1954, which governs commercial leases. And so when a new lease is being granted to you, the sections 24 to 28 of the Act will automatically apply, giving the tenant the right to renew the lease at the end of the lease term. Now, where there's a change, then you have to receive a notice and sign a statutory declaration, which confirms that you are opting out of those sections from applying to your lease. And so therefore the lease is not going to be automatically renewable at the end of the lease term.
Oh, okay. Well, that's an important piece of information right there. Moving on then, will a renewable lease guarantee that a business tenant has security of tenure?
Yes, so basically, yes, that's right. So you don't. It's not 100% guaranteed. There are specific grounds where the landlord can actually, oppose a lease renewal, even if a lease renewal does apply to the lease itself. So the Act does give specific grounds that the landlord can use if they apply that situation. So the landlord would have to apply to the court and confirm which ground he's relying on. And then have to prove why, prove that ground is satisfied, why he can't grant the lease to you. A very obvious example would be where the landlord wants to redevelop the property, and another one would be where if you've, during the term of your lease, you've been consistently late paying rent, for example. That could be another possible ground. So there's a few number of grounds that the landlord could use. So it's nothing's 100% guaranteed.
Right.
But in the majority of the cases, if you got a renewable lease, you would generally be entitled to a new lease. And if you couldn't agree on the terms of the lease, then you'd refer to the court or the land tribunal, and then they would sort of deal with the situation, and they would try to help with the negotiations and mediate.
Okay, interesting. Right. And how much would a person have to pay for a statutory declaration?
So if you do go ahead with signing a statutory declaration, then you need to go and see an independent solicitor. So that could be any solicitor who's not involved in this transaction. And the standard fee is, or the statutory fee, shall I say, is £5 for signing the statutory declaration, plus £2 for every exhibit.
Right. That's pretty standard then.
Yeah, that's right. And yeah, most solicitors will charge that fee. They won't charge extra on that fee.
Okay. And finally, is it just solicitors that can impart, obviously, this professional and obviously any relevant information in this regard?
Yeah, that's right. So on the statutory declaration, it does actually very clearly say that it's got to be either a solicitor or a commissioner of oaths. So if you look online, you can actually see where it says, it should be quite clearly, you can find the information where it says that commissioner of oaths can be a solicitor, a barrister, it can be a notary. There's a few others as well that can sign. So there's a small group of people that are professionals that can actually or empowered to sign such documents.
Okay. Well, brilliant. Well, thank you for answering these questions, and really appreciate it. And hopefully the viewers have learned something today, and it's proved to be a constructive video.